Everyone knows about stocks. Everyone talks about real estate. But there's an entire universe of wealth hiding in plain sight. A world where millionaires and billionaires quietly store fortunes in paintings, rare wines, and items you and I might walk past at a garage sale. Today, we're diving deep into alternative investments, specifically art, wine, and collectibles, to understand why the world's richest people love them and how you can start too. Segment 1. What are alternative investments? Alternative investments are anything outside traditional stocks, bonds, or cash. They're often physical assets. They don't move with the stock market, and historically, they've acted as wealth preservation tools, especially during inflation, recessions, or market crashes. Low correlation to markets. Tangible assets hedge against inflation. Limited supply gives higher long-term value. These aren't quick flips. They're long-term plays that rely on rarity, cultural demand, and emotional value. Segment 2. Art investing. For centuries, fine art has been the currency of kings, families, and investors. When you buy quality art, you're buying a limited asset class, a long-term store of value, an item with cultural significance, a hedge against inflation. How art gains value. Unlike stocks, art doesn't grow because a company earns more money. Its value increases because the artist becomes more recognized. The artwork enters exhibitions or publications. The supply of that artist's work becomes scarce. Cultural tastes shift in favor of certain styles. Types of art investments. Blue-chip artists, Picasso, Warhol, Basquiat. High cost, stable appreciation. Mid-career artists, rising recognition, value can jump. Emerging artists, highest risk, highest potential reward. Digital art, NFTs, extremely volatile, but evolving. How regular investors participate. Today, you don't need millions. Fractional platforms let you buy shares of paintings just like shares of stock. You can also buy directly from emerging artists. The key in art investing is patience. Values change slowly, but when they move big. Segment 3. Wine investing. Fine wine is one of the most stable alternative assets. Why? Because it naturally becomes rarer over time. People drink it, so the supply literally disappears. What drives wine value? Weather conditions and vintage quality. Reputation of the vineyard or region. Aging potential, storage conditions. Global demand from collectors. How money is made. As wine ages, flavor improves, reviews come in, and bottles disappear from the market. A wine that once had 50,000 bottles might eventually have only a few thousand left. And when supply shrinks and demand rises, prices climb. Entry points: buying physical bottles and storing in professional cellars. Investing through wine funds, buying wine shares through platforms. Collecting limited edition releases, and yes, if you store it correctly, you can literally drink your investment. Though I don't recommend drinking your retirement fund. Segment 4. Collectibles, the most diverse alternative asset class. Collectibles cover everything from luxury watches to Pokémon cards. What makes them valuable is usually a mix of rarity, condition, cultural impact, and nostalgia. Most popular collectible categories: luxury watches, Rolex, Patek Philippe, sports cards and memorabilia. Comics, sneakers, coins, and currency. Vintage tech, historical items. Why collectibles can outperform. Limited supply, often permanently capped. Emotional and cultural demand, niche communities that drive price. High-value items often auctioned publicly, increases visibility. Risks, counterfeits, market fads, condition sensitivity. Storage requirements, liquidity challenges. The secret advantage: collectibles are undervalued by traditional finance because most financial systems don't know how to categorize them. Smart investors use this to find hidden gems before the market catches up. Segment 5. Risks of alternative assets. Let's be honest, alternative investments are fascinating, but not perfect. Main risks: harder to sell quickly. Values can be subjective. Prices depend on cultural trends. High fees for storage, insurance, or verification. Risk of damage or loss, fraud, and counterfeits. The rule is simple: if you can't verify it, authenticate it, and ensure it, don't buy it. Segment 6. How to get started. Here's a simple beginner roadmap with no complicated math. Step 1. Pick one category: art, wine, or collectibles. Choose what you naturally enjoy. Step 2. Learn the basics. Study artists, vineyards, or brands. Follow auctions. Learn rarity rankings. Step 3. Start small. Fractional shares, lower-priced bottles, emerging artists, entry-level collectibles. Step 4. Think long-term. These assets often take years to mature. Step 5. Store and ensure. Temperature, humidity, authenticity documents these matter. Step 6. Track value. Use price databases, auction results, and marketplaces to monitor trends. Final thoughts: alternative investments aren't just about making money, they're about owning culture, history, and stories. The richest people in the world don't rely only on stocks, they diversify into tangible assets that survive markets, recessions, even time itself. If you want to build wealth differently, start exploring art, wine, and collectibles. You might discover that your passions can also become your financial advantage. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and tell me which alternative investment you want me to cover next.